Hello friends, it's day 18 of the CorkEnvy 2017 Adult Advent Calendar. Let's see what's behind the door today, shall we? And it looks like we have some Broker's London Dry Gin from Birmingham, England. Now, gin. How do we drink gin? Well, we think of gin more as a mixer, don't we? With everything else though, I like to take just a little sip before I decide how I'm going to mix it. Now, the Broker's Gin is a traditional London Dry. It's very clean. It's got basically the 10 traditional botanicals one might use for gin. It's not flavored, it's not barrel aged, it's none of those things. So today with this, we're gonna make a traditional martini. Now to do that, what I've done is I've added a little bit of dry vermouth as a rinse to my glass because we like really, really extra dry martinis here. Okay, so we've chilled the glass a little bit. I usually keep several of these in the freezer in case the need for a martini arises, which it does more often than you might think. All right, to our shaker of ice, we're going to add about 2 ounces of gin. Let that sit for just a moment. Put this back on. Now, as I said, this is London Dry Gin. There are basically 8 different kinds of gin, and I mentioned barrel-aged. You get into some of those barrel-aged gins, you're looking at, those are what you want to sip neat, just like whiskeys or scotches we've discussed earlier in the series. Now, most of you, or a lot of people, know martinis as being garnished with an olive or set of olives. I'm not a big fan of those myself. So, we've let our glass chill just a little. We're gonna swirl it around a bit to get that rinse in there. I like to add my twist right there. We're going to shake our gin. Get it nice and cold. That's why I let it sit just a little bit. So what you're gonna see is the bottle here, the clear, you shake it a little bit, it gets that little bit of a cloudy. Now, the debate over shaking versus stirring. A lot of pro bartenders will tell you that shaking bruises the gin. Gin has no blood, so it can't bruise. However, I totally get it. Some of your more delicate cocktails, I would definitely, with some other more delicate ingredients, definitely stir them. But with a martini, I really, really like to shake it, get this nice and cold, so you get that nice little cloudy. And depending on the ice you're using, maybe just a couple of ice crystals in here. Delicious. It's a delicious, traditional cocktail to have. It's great to serve early on in the evening or even after dinner. I prefer it before dinner, maybe with an appetizer. Every now and again, maybe with a cigar like we do on Thanksgiving around here. Alrighty, well thanks for joining me for day 18. This gin is amazing. I discovered gin this, didn't discover, but really tried to branch out in my gins this summer, making different summertime cocktails, specifically my gin and tonic, where I use my homemade tonic. You can check those videos out on the YouTube channel. How to make your own tonic at home. It's easy and delicious. All right, thanks for joining me for day 18. I look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 19. Until then, stop coveting, start drinking. Merry season, friends. Cheers.